U.S. market has been kind of frozen in terms of financial institutions leaning in. And just in the last few weeks, you're starting to see the ice is thawing, customers are engaging. I'm thinking more on the payment side now. But look, this is where maybe things have gone more slowly than I would have predicted. The payments market is still ripe for change and evolution, and I'm super optimistic about how that's going to play out. It is a multi-trillion-dollar market. It's amazing to me how broken it still is, as my own personal example I referenced earlier. But look, there's so many examples you can point to where you're just like, how is it that we still do it this way? But yet we haven't made that much progress. And so that to me is why one of the many tailwinds which will continue to fuel the crypto market at large this year. And
the average person in America, even if they don't quite understand, interest rates and the yield curve, they understand that their money is worth less than it was 5 years ago. And they feel that something is inherently untrustworthy or broken about that. And so I do think they are looking for alternatives, and Bitcoin is probably the best answer. And that's why we're seeing all-time highs in Bitcoin prices.
I do believe that it will not materially impact Cardano by doing a conversion of 5 to 10% of the treasury into stable assets and assets like Bitcoin. And in doing this, we can create a yield, and that yield on an annual basis can be used to purchase ADA and over time replenish the treasury. And if this program is successful, then we can actually continue that strategy on an annualized basis, and over a period of 5 to 10 years, potentially grow to a $1 billion plus stablecoin treasury and Bitcoin treasury to augment and enhance the ADA value in the treasury that we have. This sets us up for great returns and for a pretty stable floor for the ecosystem as a whole, like you would want in any good sovereign wealth fund.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. We have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We also have stocks opening down. And of course, guys, we have these geopolitical events. We have Trump leaving the G7 early. So we definitely see the entertainment as stepping up. And I'll be doing a Patreon video tomorrow. Don't get distracted on all the events, though. We know the agenda is to move this fourth industrial revolution forward. Every drums are beaten. The agenda was to move the masses in a direction, and the direction right now is the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now pulling back. We have the dollar slightly up. And with geopolitical events going on like this, we should see yield rates spiking and the dollar pulling back. Well, remember, guys, it's all manipulation. And we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have the Fed repo yesterday was 140 billion. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Now we have Jerome Powell in the house tomorrow, and most likely he's going to pause. Geopolitical events, still a lull, inflation. They say jobs market is good, so it looks like he'll pause on all the uncertainty. And we know the longer they keep rates as high as they are now, the quicker the legacy market falls and the faster the machines rise. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the Genius Bill vote today. And what's going to push this digital economy are these stablecoins. They'll be able to mint trillions on a push of a button. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And Trump signals escalation and the drums are beaten and he leaves G7 summit early. And guys, these geopolitical events also will bring in the digital economy. We know eventually Russia is going to get tied into this, China is going to get tied to this, and then we'll have the two sides battle. Anthony Sutton told us this back in the 80s that this was going to happen, and we're the generation that's going to live through it. And the millennials and Generation Z, their lives will be changed forever. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs pulling back as I'm doing this video. Now we have Kathy Woods of ARK Invest sells 51 million worth of Circle shares as the stock hits record highs. Also, we have Arthur Hayes says Circle's IPO is the start of the stablecoin mania bubble. But remember, guys, they're helping the Fed out. The Fed and the central banks are going to let these stablecoin issuers run wild. And as soon as they can get enough stable coins out across the globe, then they'll rein it all in. But remember, these stablecoin issuers have to buy treasuries, so that keeps the central banks in control. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, we have Bank of Japan to slow cuts to government bond purchases to April of next year as growth risk loan. And Japan eventually has to raise rates, and we know it's going to send a rubble through the economy. But then also they eventually have to sell U.S. treasuries. But the Fed is timed with the BOJ. And that's the reason why the Fed is not moving just yet, because they know eventually Japan has to move. And the Fed can always cut, again, a full basis point or even 200 basis points if they had to. And Scott Bessent has plenty of ammo at his disposal. But guys, we definitely are going to see a rumble in this economy going towards the end of the year. And we normally get a decent pump because of holidays. But again, the consumer is going to be hurting. And right now, we already see the movies going on towards the end of the year. They're just going to keep stepping up. And 2026 is going to get even better. Because over these next 2 to 4 years, we are not going to recognize the world that we're living in now. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, It's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.